So I've been bitten many times in the course of my work in animal welfare. All these scars you see here, they are former dog bites. I'm Dr. Siu Tak Wah. I'm the president of the animal welfare charity SOSD. SOSD's main role is to advocate for the welfare of abandoned and stray dogs in Singapore. So what we really believe in is we want a humane way out of the stray problem. We hope that through sterilisation, we can humanely control the population rather than cowling. We also believe that every dog should find a home, so we are very, very big on rehoming dogs. We have shelter workers, we have volunteers. So our shelter workers will start feeding the dogs at 8 a.m. They will also clean the kennels. They will feed medications to the sick dogs and tend to the ones who are needing some help. 4 times a week, volunteers actually come in to walk the dogs and to help our workers. In the afternoons, then comes all the administrative parts. So there's a lot of things that you cannot imagine that is involved in running a shelter. A lot of paperwork, a lot of accounts, a lot of finances, and then there's a lot of dogs coming in, going out, and then there's people coming in to see the dogs. There's bringing the dogs to the vets, and all this take up the large part of the day. Of course, this is only the shelter part. When we talk about rescuing a dog, our teams sometimes go out even late at night. My medical training helped a lot in running SOSD. I'm familiar with diseases, infections, injuries, and how to treat them. So even though humans and dogs are different, a lot of the way that we do our medical treatments are similar. So this has allowed me to quickly translate my medical knowledge to helping dogs. The big misconception that people have about stray dogs is that stray dogs are dirty, they are disease carriers, they are aggressive, and they are pests that are meant to be cowed and disposed of. This was the very big misconception we want to change, because dogs, as you can see for Yaya here, a lot of them, even though they're stray, they didn't choose to be born stray. It just so happened that they don't have a home, and they're actually very intelligent, they make fantastic companions. Many dogs are hostile to us at first out of fear. They think that we're trying to harm them. It takes a lot of patience and time. The saying that you can never teach an old dog new tricks is also not true. You can still change the behavior of an older dog, but it just takes longer and more consistency. The same applies to life. When we want to succeed in doing something, we need to persevere. We need to be consistent as well. Of course, there were a lot of challenges along the way, a lot of things I had to learn. You need different leadership styles for different circumstances. So for example, when dealing with charity, you need a softer style rather than a more dominant style. You must also understand that you are not the best person to do a lot of things, and everybody has their expertise, and you need to harness this collective passion, collective expertise to build an organization together. I learned from people who are more experienced, so I worked with dog trainers who were very kind to share their knowledge. I went online, I watched YouTube videos, I also read books. For example, there's this book called A Dog's Mind. It's one of those pioneer books which talks about dog behavior. If you don't know how to do it, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. It doesn't mean that you give up. You just have to learn how to do it, and there will be a way. One of the successes of SOSD is that we managed to be registered as an institution of a public corrector in just 3 years. We managed to achieve this in 2015. Getting registered as an IPC is no easy task. It requires a ton of paperwork, and it really means changing the whole way of how the organization is run. There's a lot of learning in the process. We have to speak, we have to find out how to do things online. We have to speak with people from the Commissioner of Charities and also learn from other charities. People always ask me how I started. So I think, of course, you have to start from ground up. I believe in ground up work. So you have to maybe join an organization, learn how it works. When I first started this, the quote that really stuck in my head was, "The road to Auschwitz was built with hate but paved with indifference." So I saw that there was something that needed to be done. Instead of standing by, I decided to stand up and to do my part to change things. I've been doing this for 9 years. There were ups and downs. There were times I wanted to give up. There was times where I said, why am I doing this? I could have a much better life without all these on my shoulders. But then you think back and think about why you did this in the first place. It's for the dogs that you're trying to help. Furthermore, I have staff and other volunteers under my care. And now I have to think about my staff's welfare. I have to think about what this organization means to all the people who are involved in it, and understand that it's not about yourself. There will be many distractions along the way, many setbacks, but of course don't give up and view these setbacks as part of your learning journey. In the future, SOSD aims to continue its sterilisation work. We want to increase our rehoming efforts so that eventually all dogs that need a home can find a home. The cause is what we are fighting for, and it's definitely worth it. If my life would be a book title, I think it will be, don't worry, things happen for a reason. I believe that whatever we do, the universe is watching. So as long as we take that first step, the universe will make things happen along the way, and things will fall into place.